everyone. I say to good luck, Jonathan Ebele, thank you for being a good man. It is now we are realizing that you are such a very nice, honest man. Thank you, good luck, Jonathan Ebele. Tomorrow, if you come out, we will vote you. Of course. Baba, you are a fair one. I say to good luck.
All right, welcome back. It's still The Breakfast on Plus TV Africa. You just watched the clip there, courtesy Roots TV. That's one of the protesters just talking about the issues in the north, the constant and wanton killings of northerners, and they are saying enough is enough. Let me just give a bit of a background. South Alliance and Take It Back movement converged on the Medical and Health Union Secretariats in Abuja. They urged the labor leaders to join in the campaign in demanding an end to the killing by bandits. We have joining us this morning two gentlemen, one from Kaduna, Mustafa Bolama, a journalist and editorial cartoonist with the Daily Trust newspaper. Thank you, Mustafa, for joining us. All right, we also have Ibrahim Hussein Abdul Karim. He's the MD, AZGIS Limited. He is joining us via Zoom from Abuja. Let me start with you, Mustafa. You know, the Secure North, North is Bleeding protest. All right, let's bring Ibrahim Hussein Abdul Karim. He's the MD, AZGIS Limited from Zoom. Ibrahim, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you very well, loud and clear.
All right, let's talk about these killings. You know, it's been going on, you know, for quite some time now. Indeed, if you check the pages of newspapers this morning, what you see is banditry, insurgency, and we even hear that farmers are even paying to harvest, you know, their crops in some part of the north. You know, what's the situation, and what exactly are your thoughts concerning all of that?
The situation has really used that people than before. This kind of system to now collapse like this in front of everybody with all the structures that we have. I think it's a failure that comes from the weak institutions that we have. At least things have started eroding, and then everybody feels comfortable, everybody institution for what they're supposed to do. So I think this is what really creates that vehicle. And then the level of education that was dropping and the Almajiri. But because actually we have leadership and a system that people are not solving problem. If you can look at Nigeria, for example, let's just look at Lagos. Lagos having a hold up since 1978, 1980s. Up to today, we have the same problem with Lagos. If you look at the ASU that are going on strike today or tomorrow, if you read out what they are saying and what they want, why they want to go for strike, and you pick up a newspaper of 1980s and the 90s and read why ASU are going on strike, you see it's the same thing that they are complaining. The same in all structure. So actually, I think we so much relaxed in, and then we turn our political system not to look for people that have competence. We are just looking for people that belongs to our own tribe and people that belongs from that come from our own religion and other things like that. So to lack of that nationalistic ideologies and then vision and mission for a nation to move forward really kill everything. So when people reach a level that they don't have anything as hope for them to what they will do, then they will stop to solve help. And then the issue of the banditry just escalated because the people that are in charge of what they're supposed to do are not taking care of the masses, for example. There is difference between ruling and leadership. Leadership is you lead people to exactly why you want them to go or why they want to go to. But in the government that we have after the previous government, at least didn't put up anything, any energy, any relationship between them and the people so that they can secure the whole system. And then up here in the north, I think we have a lot of decay, not only in terms of a security issue only, but our moral values drop seriously down, and we allow everything to go. And then we start to realize that now we have already shot ourselves with the foot. If you see the people marauding and killing people in the name of this bandit, they are northerners. They are people from maybe the same tribe or the same religion with the people they are killing. And also for the way they are killing the poor in the north. So the killing is something that is very horrific, and nobody will understand it unless when you are staying here on the north. There is no any family in the north that is not affected with this banditry and this criminality, because these criminals, some of them are collecting ransom, maybe they are doing it for some gain. Some are just going into villages and just kill people. If you even ask them why are they even killing people and burning their farmlands and things like that, there is not even any answer to that. So this is the highest level of terrorism. This is the anything that you can think of. That how can a human being go this low? So I always tell people that when we started the hashtag Still Enough, we realized that we just have to come together. We have a movement that we all be together. So we actually calling people to come together and let's do it ourselves. We don't have to rely on the government to do everything for us. We're supposed to partner. We have to organize our people. We have to find a way where we can make our system work, make the North work, because the North is pulling the whole nation down, not really because they don't know what to do, but because they don't have leadership. They don't have leadership from their houses, they don't have leadership from their immediate community, and they don't have leadership in their schools. And then drugs have already entered everywhere, and then we are facing the price now, and we are suffering from what we have created and the monster we have created ourselves.
All right, let's see if we can bring Mustafa Bulama. Mustafa, can you hear us? Hello, Mustafa? Okay, so I probably just, change the question then to you back now. Now, there are some quarters that are saying, following the protest that's happened, I mean, that's the hashtag. As much as you're saying that we need to move beyond the hashtag, but of course, you would also want to agree with me that protest is a tool that has been used by different climes and people in different countries to demand from the government good governance and what have you. The list will be endless. Now, some people are saying that the North is secured, that everything is perfect. I mean, the president has provided so much security and all of that, that this could just be, some persons who are trying to...
Nobody will say the North is secured. There is nobody in the North, being a governor, being a businessman, being just a local person driving your car, being in one of the lowest of the society. Nobody, even the traditional council leaders, are being kidnapped. Nobody will tell you that the North is secured. There is nobody. Even the people that are in government, none of them can come on television and tell you that the North is secured. They knew that we are in trouble and the North is not secured. But let me just digress a little bit. The system are the one that's supposed to give you the intels that you need for you to take care of the problem that we see in the flow. So government alone cannot work. Government has to work with the people. But those people must get that confidence from government, because if you now tell government that this person that I know in my area is a bandit, for example, or it belongs to social place, then the police maybe will come, arrest the person, information to like being an informant for the government. So out of that one, then these people are not being, when we started in Kaduna, for example, in the early 90s, during this secretarial issues and things like that started to come up, there is nobody that is being punished. There is no system that is put in place to stop that. And it's continued from Kaduna to Jos to Taraba to a lot of places having this small sectarian problem. And then people start to take side, people start to align themselves with their tribe, and then nobody is seeing it as a danger. If people are fighting of tribe for a very long time, you will be very assured that one day they will start to fight on their religious lines. And once they started, the whole system will break down on them. Actually, I always tell people when I'm talking is that justice and peace, just like a twin brothers or twin sisters, they live and work and act together. Any place you see justice, you always see peace. And then without justice and peace, you cannot get prosperity. What we missed in this nation is that we don't have that clear leadership of people that will understand that there is a problem. If you accept the problem, if you go on television and say there is no problem in the North and the North is secured, that means you are seriously undermining exactly what is happening.
All right, thank you.
If you fail, you can fail as a leader.
All right, thank you, Ibrahim. I'll still get back to you concerning all of those issues that you have raised. But let's bring Mustafa Bolam right now. Mustafa, you are in Kaduna State. Can you bring us up to speed concerning the issues? Because in Niger State, we hear reports of bandits collecting levies. Then there's been several attacks along the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. What exactly is going on right now? Are the protests also holding in Kaduna?
All right, thank you for having me. The problem I think we're having here, the fact that the DSS is even coming out to intimidate people. Police are coming with these people. What we call the DSS are issuing statements telling people to be careful what they say, to do this. Look, these are not issues that it needs to put itself, in. People in Nigeria have the right to come out and express when they're being hurt or something like that. The Constitution of the Federal Nigeria has given us the right to protest, right? So now I hear people are coming out to protest in Kano or in Katsina, and the DSS are rounding them up. Therefore, people are afraid. So should we be afraid of the crimes, the terrorism that is happening to us, or should we be afraid of the people that are supposed to protect us? People are afraid to come out in Kaduna to even protest. Yes, because these are the kind of issues that are happening. Look, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, Kaduna to Zaria Road, so some people were adopted, what's it called, member of the House of Assembly here in Kaduna was killed, and we hear of the case of Abuja to, what we call it, Kaduna to Abuja Road, every time there's abduction and all of that. You go to Katsina, it's trouble. Go to these rural communities in Sokoto, everywhere. And then somebody comes from somewhere to tell you that North is secure. I don't think there's anything like that, Everybody will tell you that even if you are outside this country, just open the news and you see what is happening. You don't even need any intelligence, anything to come and tell you that Trump.
All right, Mustafa.
Well, just like my colleague has actually asked, we're hoping to get an update of what really transpired in that protest that happened. Do you have an idea what happened? We hear that, protesters were arrested and there were different manhandling by, DSS and police officers.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't at the protest, but what I know for sure is that people are getting tired. I think earlier the government stands up and actually do something really tangible, this may get out of control, and we hope it doesn't, because when people are suffering from poverty and then there's also insecurity, and allow these people to come out to express themselves, they get out of hand, because especially when you try to resist or you try to tell them not to talk. In Hausa, there's what we say, that somebody will beat you and will still stop you from crying, will tell you not to cry. So I think people need to be pacified and then also stand up and do what is right, because get a wind of that. So we decided not to continue with the protest. But this is how it has been happening. Coalition of northern groups in what we call it, call for a meeting to discuss the security in northern Nigeria at Arewa House. You know where Arewa House is? It's a prestigious place of honor and all of that. People responsible people were invited. But do you know what happened? They sent hoodlums to attack us there. This was not even a protest. It was a meeting.
So who sent hoodlums to attack you at your meeting?
We don't know them. We don't know. You know, people were actually attacked in Iowa House. We had to find some military generals and whatever. Responsible people were invited for that meeting, and some useless somebody somewhere gathered some hoodlums to attack us there at Iowa House.
All right, Mustafa. Let's bring Ibrahim once again into this conversation. Ibrahim, from what you have said, when you gave a bit of an analysis, you talked about organizing your people to make the North great. You also talked about the issue of leadership. You know, so in all of this, lots of statements have come out, concerning that the federal body is required.
I think they are a little bit confused because they're supposed to realize that it's the people that will help them to end the insecurity. And if you are grandstanding, and if you are denying, and if you are telling Nigerians what they don't want to hear, or telling the people that you're supposed to secure, you are not going in the same direction with them, then you have problem. What you're supposed is you accept the fault that, yes, we are trying our best, but this is our limitation. And we want you people to assist us in 1, 2, 3, and 4 things that we want to adopt. Because if you put everything in secrecy, then the people are not understanding what you are doing and the help you are bringing. Then they get agitated. Then they get that resentment will start to now set in, and they start to hate the government. And then if people hate government, then you are adding to the problem, and you are not making any solution. So what I'm saying is that even if they say they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, I'm calling them to look inward, look at the people, create a platform where these people can vent their anger. As Mustafa is saying, if you restrict people even not to vent their anger, you are adding to the problem, because that is the feedback you are getting. If they are up on the street protesting is that telling you that you have missed what you said you are doing. We are not seeing what you are doing. It's for the government to look at it, dialogue with them, give them their own tax. For example, if to say today I'm somebody in the part of that leadership that they are saying, what I would do is that all these groups that are now planning to go on, because I was in a meeting yesterday, and they are proposing to go in a bigger motion of the Secure North hashtag, which they are planning to do a bigger rally. What they are saying in the meeting is a public something that is, I don't think it's something that is a secret for them. It's open. They are calling their men. They said, because these big men and the people in the government, they are not using these roads that people are being kidnapped every day. Why not shut down the railway station and then shut down the airports, so that anybody that is going anywhere he wants to go to, let him use that same road. Because if they are using the same road that the other Nigerians are using, then they must secure that place that people are going. So if the North really want to, we want the North to be scared, we have to talk to them in the language they understand. I think protest is one of the language this government really understands. Even though they use the talks and then they use everything to bring, but we think that in these talks that they are bringing, we are more closer to the talks than even the government. So we can talk to them because we are all in this together. If you give them drugs and everything, that's the way we can talk to them. We can gather our old men, we can gather our old women, we can gather our destitute. We can go and just sit down on the runway in Kaduna, sit down in the runway in Kano, sit down in the runway in Benin, so that everybody that is going for holiday, let him use that. Even if you are going for anything that you want to do, going for a wedding or anything that you're going to, take a ride, go through the road from here to Benin, from here to Sokoto, so that you can feel what other Nigerians are feeling. And those people that are being kidnapped, you start feeling the same thing they are feeling. These boys are in his essays. They don't vote in his ministers. They voted in General Muhammadu Buhari as a president. I think empathy for showing concern, he's supposed to directly talk to Nigerians at least every day. He can do it, and he's a president. He can talk to them in the morning, he can talk to them in the evening, give them hope, give them direction, give them that energy. us in We Together, we're trying to convince and talk to almost all the other groups so that at least the protest and what we are planning to do is not going to go out of hand and somebody has to take responsibility. We don't want it to be like NSAS, that it come and now destroy a lot of people and properties of other people. We want it to be something that is well coordinated, something with leadership, and the people is supposed to relate and go to if you want something on the street. The idea is that we are going to give the government the comfort that the secure not protest is not going to be something that is going to cause too much trouble to the country, but it's something that at least we have to voice out what is happening and talk to the whole world to understand the problems here in the north, and then we see how we will work together with the government to see how we can secure the north.
All right, let's bring in Mustapha Bulama. Well, like he's mentioned the president in the course of this conversation, and you still also have, some quarters saying that the reason why, insecurity is persisting in Nigeria and mostly in the north is because of the body language of Mr. President. Now, if you want to agree with me, the federal government or the government, however you want to put it, is saying that we have identified those who are sponsoring terrorist group in Nigeria. We have identified sponsors. They've also agreed to the fact that, the Niger state government saying, yes, we've also...
There's a bit of truth that because between the month of October and December, over 100 people have been killed in Sokoto. In October, over 40 people were killed. In November, over 43 were killed. Then recently of Sokoto, he did not go to Sokoto. He did not go to Sokoto in November. Not go to Sokoto in December. And in the midst of this, while we're talking about this, in northern Nigeria, especially in rural communities, they listen to radio.
Mustapha, I'm sorry I have to come in at this point. I want to understand how, the president's visiting this community would solve the problem of insecurity in Nigeria. You're saying the president needs to go there, speak to the people. How does that translate? Because the issue of saying we have identified those who are sponsoring bandits, let's not forget that lawmakers have actually called in different quarters saying we need to proscribe this group of persons as terrorists. And that has not happened. And if we have identified those who are sponsoring, what are we doing about that? So is it about the president visiting these places? Or it's about the president being that he controls the security architecture. I mean, it's within the federal, it's within the exclusive list, right? So is it about the visiting or taking proactive actions? Let's see arrests. Let's see persons prosecuted. If we have people who are sponsoring, if we know that bandits are already paying taxes and they're paying, and we're agreeing to it. So it means we know where they are. We know who these people are. How come we have not had persons arrested and prosecuted? What is going on? So I don't understand when you say that, the president needs to visit. Does visiting really translate into stopping all of these issues and putting an end to all of this insecurity concern?
All right, let me give the right answer now. See, there are two things. The issue of this particular insecurity we are having is not something you go and you switch it off, like you turn off the light or something. It's something the government has to fight, and it's something that is going to take a long time, right? But while the government is doing that, also needs to reassure its people that this is what it's doing. It needs to show empathy to the victims. It needs concern to the people. Now, coming back to the issue of the people, the sponsors that are being identified and all of that, yes, that's also another issue. How can you come out and tell us you have identified these people or the people that are sponsoring, and yet you don't do anything about it? So it still comes down to only use it to attack, needs to stop, right? This and the people that are doing, they are not arresting them. What are they telling us? If they have identified the groups and we have not seen arrests, we have not seen prosecution, what are you telling the people? And this is why people keep feeling that the government is not doing enough. The government is not doing enough.
All right, thank you, Mustafa. Let's have the final word from Ibrahim Hussein Abdul Karim as we round off on this discussion. Mustafa has said his point of view, but in all of this now, what do we expect to see in the coming days from the Secure North, North is Bleeding hashtag? Are we seeing more protest, and are you going beyond protest, or what exactly is in the offing?
Actually, are going to see more protests because protest is just asking questions. I think we are going to protest online. We are going to protest on the ground. We are going to organize seminars. We are going to organize Zoom meetings. We are going to do a lot of things that will help us to see we get to the end of this problem. Because we cannot normalize killings. There is no any other place in the world that somebody or a government or group of people will normalize insecurity or normalize killings. We have to talk about it. Our traditional council system has to talk about it. Our religious leaders has to talk about it. Then anybody that feels like has something to offer must talk about it. We have to start talking, but we have to organize our people. We don't want it to be something that is out of hand, something that we cannot control. We have another hashtag we are going to use, whatever, so that at least we organize that activity. I think we have some small meetings in the smaller groups, and then we are going to move that meetings to a bigger and larger forum.
All right.
Actually, we have to talk about it, and we have to make sure that we secure the North. Not only secure the North, we secure the country, and also to make sure that at least we have a very good 2022, because in the election, a year to election, or is an election year which is going to have more violence than what.
All right, thank you, Ibrahim.
So we have.
All right, a very big thank you to you, Ibrahim Hussein Abdul Karim, MD, EasyGIS Limited, Abuja, and of course also to Mustafa Bola, my editorial cartoonist, Daily Trust. The gentlemen both joined us to discuss on the issue of security in the North. Indeed, the North, the entire Nigeria, needs to be secured. In a moment, when we come back from this quick break, we'll be talking about the Gender Opportunities Bill in a moment. Do join us again.
Hey, what's up, guys? You're welcome to another edition of Plus Event, and I remain your host, Ifeoluwa Oshukeye.
Your absence isn't an excuse anymore, as Plus Events is all you need, as we bring you the glitz, the glamour, and loads of fun.
Oh, definitely, by no question. He's a living legend.
Oh, God forbid, Holy Ghost fire, I know.
I just want to be blown away. I want to be wild. This is 11 years of doing it.
I'm surrounded by so much positivity. No, it's okay.
Yo, what's up, my people? It's your boy Starboy Terry. You're watching
Plus Event on Plus TV.
Stay glued to PlusTvAfrica every Saturday and Sunday, 4:30 p.m. West African time.
In raising our kids, parents should stop playing God.
The internet is actually using the people.
But when you are looking for money to help other people, then it becomes easy.
Don't rush into marriage. I always say this. You rush in, you rush out.
Family is the bedrock of every society and the essence of life.
On Today with John and Helen, we dig deep into family values in every sense of the word.
Join us every Saturday at 9:15 a.m. on PlusTvAfrica, DSTV channel 408.
With you, we play a part in strengthening the values passed from generation to generation.
Politics has helped shape the decision of the polity, from conspiracy theories to good old-fashioned comic politics.
These are the results of tomorrow's election. Okay, you have it already, Abi.
I am not hungry. If I need appointment, all I need to do is to start praising government.
Plus, politics will fill the polls of the country, from friends to frenemies, even strange bedfellows, to clones and stooges. We go beyond the rhetorics and the drama to analyze the story behind the story.
Let everybody come and say. The moment we stop having charlatans occupy political offices, we will curtail hate speech.
Plus Politics, not just another political show. It's about putting you, the citizens, in the know.
If it wasn't trending in the entertainment industry, then we'll definitely be talking about it.
We bring you the funny, controversial, and hottest topics making waves in the entertainment scene worldwide.
We also interview all your favorite celebrities and keep you locked down with fun segments and live performances. Tea Time, showing every weekday at 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and of course the repeat at 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Are you ready to party right from the comfort of your TV screen? The Rundown's here to save the day. From freshly baked videos to the classics to the youngins and dope conversations, all in one chart. We got you covered. Just tune in to The Rundown every Friday, 10:30 p.m. West African time. The Rundown. Let's turn it up.
Businesses in Africa can be very challenging. In Nigeria, it is particularly intimidating, and successful builders have learned how to navigate a hostile environment to unlock opportunities. But one major challenge businesses face is how to filter through the noise and identify where their ideal customers exist. Get insight and practical steps from industry players and captains of industries. Hear success stories to help you make informed decisions as you scale your business in Nigeria. Watch Business Insights at this time on PlusTvAfrica. Africa. We'll be looking at something differently right now. A bill we have joining us right now, Barrister Rita. The Senators are